let me share with y'all a little something God has been dealing with me with. I have been feeling very impatient, and it has led to me feeling anxious and really bringing me back to a scarcity mindset. And one of the things that God has really been dealing with me with during this season of, I can't really say wilderness or anything like that, or just, I don't know, how can I say this? So, to give it a little context, I started my walk with God a long time ago, right? As most of us do unknowingly, right? And just recently, like 2023, is when I really became on fire for God. And um, long story short, what jump started that was fasting, right? So, like fasting for real, fasting for real. But what I want to say is, at that time, God spearheaded, He really thrusted me into a season of isolation. And it was for my growth, it was for my betterment, it was to strengthen my relationship with Him because of whatever calling He has on my life, okay? Whatever calling and assignment and all the things that He has put on me, or has entrusted me with, it has required me to live by faith. So in order to get to that part, because he already gave me the gift of faith, right? Before we even know our assignment and our callings and that we belong to God, He already has placed certain things in us. And one of those things for me has always been the gift of faith. My mom calls me an optimist, right? It's just, I don't let the negative things that have affected me, or whatever present negatives is going on in my life, I don't let that deter me from the end goal, because at the end of the day, I believe that it's going to work out. Again, that's something that God gave me. That's something that God gave me. And I don't think about it. I just know that it's going to be okay, that it's going to work out. Whatever way, shape, form, fashion, whatever happens, is going to work out. So by Him thrusting me into this season of isolation and really teaching me and showing me how to really live by faith, um, I've learned that I can't be impatient. Me being impatient results in me rushing, or me jumping the gun, or me just really deciding on things that may not be for my betterment. And I'm grateful that Holy Spirit shows us ourselves. He shows us ourselves, like, hey, look, you need to slow down on that. Okay, you need to stop watching that. Okay, you don't need to feed into that. Like, Holy Spirit is very much a guard for me. Um, so what I want to say is, so when I feel impatient, it leads to me being anxious, not knowing where the provision is going to come, when the provision is going to come, where the favor is going to show up, how the favor is going to show up. Just all these little details that when I was in the world, I didn't know. I knew, but I didn't know. We as human beings, especially as those who have grown up to be independent or hyper independent, um, we're taught to have all your ducks in a row, dot all your I's, cross all your T's, have a backup plan for your backup plan, and so on. But that's not living by faith. I mean, you have Jesus' disciples who traveled town to town, house to house, and even Jesus is telling him, hey, if you are not received, dust your feet off, keep moving, go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And even in Leviticus, it talks about how the priest didn't take from the land. They could not take from the land. They survived off of whatever people were bringing in as their offerings to the Lord, not offerings to the priest, but whatever guilt offering, peace offering, remembrance offering, whatever offering they were coming to the tabernacle or the tent of meetings to give, that tenth went to the priest. A portion of that went to the priest, and that's what the priest survived off of. So that's food, that's clothes, that's whatever necessities that they needed to get through the day. And we can even look back to the people of Egypt, the Israelites who were delivered out of Egypt, and they were given provision by the day. By the day. So there was no, okay, all these birds, I forget what they fed off of, but God dropped something out the sky, whatever, these birds came out the sky, And the people were told, hey, don't try and save it for tomorrow. There are no leftovers. Eat what you're going to eat tonight, and I will provide for you tomorrow, you know? So I'm in that, that season where God has um, already shown me that He will provide. He will show up. It may not be when I want it to, it may not be when I plan for it, but He will come through. And I laugh because there was one moment where, this was probably like 2 summers ago, I was really feeling antsy. I was antsy. I was irritable. I was like, okay, Lord, I need a job. Like, I got kids. You telling me I'm gonna move? How am I gonna move? I ain't got no money. I ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying? And just all like the typical things that you would think about, right? Like, how you gonna pay a bill if you don't have money to pay the bill, and how you gonna get money if you ain't working clocking no hours? You know what I'm saying? So I was really going through it. I was really going through it, and I was really asking God, like, okay, what am I supposed to do? You know, what am I supposed to do? And you know what He took me to? You know what He took me to? He took me to the verse that says, have I not provided for you in the wilderness? Like, I got you. Like, stop tripping. And I feel myself getting, antsy and impatient and all the things again. And Holy Spirit just keeps reminding me, like, breathe, breathe. God has already shown you up into the second that He has already gone ahead of you. So lean on that. Lean on it. Lean on the faith that God gave you, and focus on what He has called you to focus on. So I want to share this. For those of you who are like in that stage where you know what God told you, but you're used to having it a certain way. I encourage you to wait on God. Wait on God. Those who wait on the Lord renew their strength, and they mount up as wings. Like, this is not just a verse. This is something tangible that I have experienced in my own life. Sometimes when we get worked up over a thing, it may not, it's probably because it may not be for us. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean, Bree? What do you mean? I know God called me out of work. Okay, I know that. I know that. And it's been too many times where, like Lot's wife, I'm trying to go back. I want to look back, but I know what God said. I know what He said. And every time I bring the issue up to Him, He either does not answer, or He takes me back to that verse where, oh, you have little faith, right? As I have clothed the birds and the flowers and whatever, however the verse goes, I'll tag it so you can read it for yourself. But He brings me back to these verses, and it's like, it's okay. I know what it looks like, but I'm the one who moved you. I'm the one who put you where you are to be right now. I'm the one who have instructed you to do A, B, and C. I need you to do that. Focus on that. Okay. And so, whatever God has showed you, whatever He has told you, whatever unctioning in your spirit that you have been given by Holy Spirit, okay, again, test everything by the Spirit. Okay, don't just take something and slap God's name on it. No, take it back to Him. Hey, God, I heard this. Did you say this? You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to ask God questions. I ask God questions all the time. I ask Him questions all the time. It's okay to ask God questions. So just remember what God told you. Remember what God told you, what He showed you, and stick to that. Stick to that. It's a reason why He tells us to do certain things when He tells us to do certain things. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to make sense. Why? Because His ways are not our ways, His thoughts are not our thoughts. But He knows our end from the beginning. So we have to trust that He has us. We have to trust that His way is best. We have to trust. We just have to trust that, you know. And it's hard. It's hard, especially when you have been raised to go get it. You know, it's hard, but understand that what God is telling you to do is specifically for you. It is going to benefit you, and He is going to use whatever He told you to reach a multitude of other people. So our obedience and our relationship, personal relationship with God, is really for His glory. And ultimately, He wants everybody to return to Him. So if we are not doing our part, He's going to raise up somebody else to do what He already told us to do. So if you want to be a part of the reward for your obedience, girl, go ahead and do what God told you to do, because I'm not missing out my reward. I want my full reward. Okay, we can go through all of this for nothing. Okay, so I just want to encourage you to keep pressing, trust in the Lord, wait on the Lord, okay? Wait on the Lord, and it's all gonna work out for your good, okay? I love you with the love of Christ, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.